BJP Netas first. Victim Team BJP rejig ahead of 2024 polls. Bandi Sanjay appointed National General Secretary. Anil K. Antony made National Secretary. Ex-AMU Vice Chancellor Tariq Mansoor appointed Party Vice President. Row over Udupi video escalates after anticipatory bail. BJP ups the ante, seeks arrest of 3 students, accuses Siddaramaiah government of appeasement politics. Maharashtra ATS arrests 4th accused in ISIS module case. Photos of Chabad house found from terror suspects. Security beefed up. Chabad house was also a target during the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. News coming in right now. Ahead of Independence Day, terror module busted. Punjab police foils ISI-backed conspiracy. Foreign terror module busted in Punjab. Terror module planning targeted killing. In fact, 5 operatives of KLF module have been held. You can see those images on your screens right now of those terror operatives who have been arrested by Punjab police. Kamaljeet is joining me over the phone line from Chandigarh. Kamaljeet, can you give us more details about these arrests that have been made by the police?
Just around 2 weeks before August 15, which is Independence Day, there has been a massive operation which has been planned and executed by Punjab police. What we know is the investigation have linked this particular module with some foreign-based handler which had earlier targeted Rajiv Mahajan in Batala. There's also a separate module which has been carrying out targeted killing. So what Punjab police has said is that these KLF commanders were not only recruiting foot soldiers, especially via criminals lodged in jails, transferring of money, but they also wanted to do targeted killing, especially of minority leaders, police officials and prominent persons. Now, they haven't given out the details, but yes, as far as the operation itself was concerned, this is obviously a Pakistan ISI-backed conspiracy to disrupt peace and harmony in the border state. So clearly, this is a shot in the arm as far as investigating force is concerned, Punjab police is concerned. They've also revealed what is called the modus operandi, because they believe that KLF has been using the fake name of Ranjot Singh, and which has been doing this talent spotting, especially in people who've been jailed in petty crimes, and then involving them in bigger crimes like targeted killing by giving them money and transferring money into their accounts. So more details will come out, but this is something which we've seen over the past few years, where there have been certain leaders from minority community which have been targeted, and that is why we saw earlier also that there was disturbance in the western border state of Punjab, and this is where it just could be the tip of the iceberg. We know how NI is also investigating the other terror-related cases where terror gangster network has been actually a modus operandi as far as certain individuals, organization, and especially not just those based in Pakistan, but also.
Okay, Kamalji there, of course, giving us all those details of the terror module that Punjab police has busted just a couple of weeks before Independence Day. Shifting focus now, ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha polls, BJP intensifies its Mission South. Speaking at a rally organized to kickstart Tamil Nadu BJP Padayatra, Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Friday attacked the Stalin-led DMK government, calling it the most corrupt government of the country. Here's a report.
It's all-out political war between the DMK and the BJP. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has kicked off the BJP's Padyatra in Tamil Nadu, N1 and Makkal. Amit Shah on Friday lashed out at the DMK government in Tamil Nadu, calling it the most corrupt government in the country. Referring to the recent arrest of State Minister V. Senthil Balaji, Shah attacked Chief Minister M.K. Stalin for keeping Balaji a minister in his cabinet despite his arrest by the ED. Speaking at the rally, the Home Minister said the yatra is to unseat the corrupt and dynastic DMK rule in Tamil Nadu. Home Minister lashed out at the opposition alliance for its embrace on the acronym India.
कांग्रेस डीएमके की सरकार चली 10 साल में 12 लाख करोड़ से ज्यादा घपले घोटाले भ्रष्टाचार किया। विपक्ष का जो टोला है वो भारत का विकास नहीं करना चाहता है, अपने परिवार का विकास करना चाहता है। सोनिया गांधी को, राहुल गांधी जी को प्रधानमंत्री बनाना है, स्टालिन जी को, उदयनिधि को मुख्यमंत्री बनाना है। अपने मंत्रिमंडल के एक मंत्री करोड़ों रुपए के घोटाले में ईडी ने अरेस्ट किए। शर्म आनी चाहिए स्टालिन जी आपको। आज भी जेल में होने के बावजूद आपने उसको मंत्री बनाकर रखा है।
Slamming Union Home Minister Amit Shah, DMK Chief M.K. Stalin reminded the saffron leader of all the corrupt leaders in the Modi-led government. In a rather blunt retort, Stalin remarked that it is not a Padyatra, but a yatra seeking forgiveness for 2002 Gujarat and what is happening in Manipur now.
ஏதோ பாத யாத்திரையை தொடங்கி வைக்க வந்திருக்கிறார். அது பாத யாத்திரையா இல்லை. குஜராத்தில் 2002ஆம் ஆண்டும் இப்போ மணிப்பூரில் நடந்த பாவங்களுக்கு மன்னிப்பு கேட்கிற பாவ யாத்திரை.
The war of words between DMK and BJP did not just stop here.
Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin doesn't believe in God. Since he doesn't believe in God, he doesn't know what yatra is. And he wants to brush everybody as, you are a sinner, you are doing a yatra. We have started our yatra with a very clear 5 objectives. If there is one party in Tamil Nadu which has done Papa, in Tamil we call Pavam, it is only the DMK.
With the competitive barbs being thrown all around, the stage is set for a high-stakes electoral showdown in 2024. Bureau Report, India Today.
In fact, listen in to that exclusive conversation that we had with Tamil Nadu BJP Chief K. Annamalai.
Joining us is Tamil Nadu BJP Chief K. Annamalai. Sir, many thanks for speaking to us. Public meeting done, Yatra kicked off. What is the mood for as far as the cadres are concerned?
You are seeing the cadres all ready to walk in the hot sun because Rameshwaram, we all know, is a very, very hot place. It's a coastal city. And today it is starting from Ramanathapuram, which is about 35 kilometers away. Before that, we have to meet our fishermen brothers in Mandapam. We have a consultative meeting with them. And the moods of the cadres are very good. The leaders are very enthusiastic. And today, the Honorable Minister Muruganji, Senior Leader Ponnarji and myself would be part of the Yatra today. And I'm very hopeful that during the next 168 days in all the 234 constituencies, we will see the objectives that what we want to achieve would be met.
Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has reacted to your Yatra, saying that this is not a Padayatra, but it's a Power Yatra. It's being done to, clear all the sins with respect to what is happening in Manipur and what happened in Gujarat. How do you respond to that?
So, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin doesn't believe in God. Since he doesn't believe in God, he doesn't know what Yatra is. And crores of Tamilians, we all go for Yatra. We go for Yatras for Sabrimala, Palani and everywhere. And he wants to brush everybody as, you are a sinner, you are doing a Yatra. And BJP's Yatra started in this very Punya land, where Lord Rama and Lord Shiva has got a very unique place, where Lord Rama did puja for Lord Shiva. And this Punya place, we have started our Yatra with a very clear 5 objectives. If there is one party in Tamil Nadu which has done Papa, in Tamil we call Pavam, it is only the DMK, because the same land has seen 85 fishermen killings between 2004 to 14. After 2014, where is the fishermen killing in the high sea? Who was in power from 2004 to 14? Why are fishermen never felt safe going into high sea? Who is responsible for all the Papam? It is the DMK. 2019, in the Elam war, northeast part, 1,64,000 Tamilians got killed. They were butchered. The worst possible form of butchery that happened there. What was DMK doing? Being a part of the central government, negotiating for cabinet berth in 2009 in the new government. Who did Papa? You are answerable to all the 1,64,000 souls which died in Sri Lanka, which is not going to leave any of the DMK's first family. So I think of late the Chief Minister is in a very contemplative mode. So he talks about Papa, because he knows he has done enough Papa in his lifetime. If he wants Prachita, I request the DMK Chief and the Chief Minister to come to Rameshwaram, see Lord Rama and Lord Shiva. So probably it might wipe away a bit of his sins. So since we started from Rameshwaram, I am also giving an appeal to Tamil Nadu Chief Minister to abolish the Papa against his family, the killing of 1,64,000 Sri Lankan Tamils, and fishermen killings and regular killings daily. Let him please come to Lord Ramanatha Swami temple, worship Lord Simha, and request him to absolve of his sins.
Political showdown over Udupi College washroom row continues to simmer in the latest new investigation. In fact, Officer DYSP of Kundapur will now probe the matter, replacing the IO earlier, Manjunath Gowda. So he has been replaced. Meanwhile, BJP and Congress are at loggerheads, with the BJP demanding a fair probe in the matter, as they've accused the Siddaramaiah government of carrying out appeasement politics. Meanwhile, the Congress slammed the Saffron clan and accused it of indulging in dead body politics. Here's a report.
Protests over a case under investigation and up for trial. 3 female students charged in connection with the alleged filming of a woman fellow at a private paramedical college in Udupi get anticipatory bail after the accused person surrendered in a local court.
ಈಗಾಗಲೇ FIR ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. FIR ಇಸ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಾನೂನು ರೀತಿ ಏನೇನು ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯವರು ಎಣದ ಮೇಲೆ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಮಾಡೋರು ಅವರು.
With the woman student allegedly filmed and those female students accused of filming her in the washroom belong to different communities, the opposition BJP has levelled allegations of bias in the Karnataka police's handling of the case.
आप सबको मालूम है उडुपी में ऐसा घटना नहीं होना मांगता था, अभी घटना हुआ. So we are demanding for impartial inquiry. So actually I heard that there is lot of pressure on police people. इसलिए पूरा सीधा साधा इंक्वायरी होना मांगता है. इवन आगे इन फ्यूचर ऑल्सो ऐसा घटना नहीं होना मांगता है.
इसका पीछे का षड्यंत्र क्या है, इसका जांच होना चाहिए. इसीलिए मैंने आज एसपी और डीसी के साथ बात की है. उधर क्या क्या सीसी कैमरा है उसको कॉन्फिस्केट करना चाहिए, उसका स्पेशल रिपोर्ट होना चाहिए.
The alleged incident happened on July 18th. An FIR naming the 3 women students and the college management as accused filed on July 25th under various sections of the IPC and the Information Technology Act.
ಇವರು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಕ್ಟಿಮ್ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಇಷ್ಟರವರೆಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಬೇಡ, ನಮ್ ನಡುವೆ ಏನು ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲಿ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಪಕ್ಷದವರು ಹಿಜಾಬ್ನ 2ನೇ ಭಾಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ
Police have ruled out communal motives and Kundapura Deputy SP is set to take over the Udupi video case.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇಲಾಖೆಗೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸಹ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಜಾಲತಾಣದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
But the BJP still accuses the state's Congress government and thereby prosecution of communal prejudice. The National Commission for Women's Khushbu Sundar has also called for restraint. Don't jump the fence and wait for the investigation to complete, is what she said when rumors floated about the college washroom fitted with hidden cameras.
If there are rumors of hidden cameras in the toilets, please understand there's nil. Nothing to it. Zilch. There's a rumor which is going around and there are false videos which have been going around that there are hidden cameras. It's an institution and there cannot be any hidden cameras. So please do not follow these kind of stories.
A sensitive case involving women getting caught in political rhetoric in Karnataka. Bureau Report, India Today.
Monsoon fury continues across India. Rajasthan's Jaipur is one of the worst affected. There was severe waterlogging after heavy downpour, causing a flood-like situation in several parts of the city. Several other states are also battling monsoon mayhem. Here's a report.
From Rajasthan to Maharashtra to Delhi, several Indian states are facing the monsoon mayhem. In Rajasthan, roads are submerged in many places after the heavy downpour. In Jaipur, there is severe waterlogging, causing a flood-like situation in several parts of the city.
सड़कें दरिया बनी हुई है, देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर ये सीका रोड है जयपुर का, जहाँ पर लोग इस तरह से यहाँ पर पानी में निकले हुए हैं क्योंकि जल जमाव चारों तरफ हो रखा है। और ये सड़क है जिसे आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पर पूरी तरह से पानी भरा हुआ है और पानी भरने की वजह से ये बस है, बस में लोग कई घंटों से फंसे हुए हैं। क्रेन के जरिए कई लोगों को निकाला जा चुका है।
जब भी इस क्षेत्र में तेज बारिश होती है ऐसे ही ये क्षेत्र टापू बन जाता है। आज इस इलाके में एम्बुलेंस नहीं आ सकती। आज सुबह से बच्चों के लिए दूध की व्यवस्था, इस इलाके में दूध वितरण नहीं हुआ, बहुत परेशानी।
20 साल से नालियां भरी हुई है, नालियों की वजह से यहाँ पानी का जो ड्रेनेज सिस्टम है सारा खराब हो चुका है। यहाँ की जनता सारी परेशान है, सारा नालियों का पानी अंदर भर जाता है घरों में।
Several districts of Maharashtra continue to witness heavy rains. In Maharashtra's Chandrapur, several residential areas are flooded after the authorities release water from Merai Dam. The national capital and its adjoining areas witnessed heavy rainfall in the early hours on Saturday. The heavy rain led to waterlogging in several areas, severely impacting traffic in Delhi NCR. The hill state of Uttarakhand is also on alert. Many villages in Uttarkashi district are at risk of landslides. More than 200 families were shifted by the authorities. The IMD has issued a moderate to heavy rain alert for Uttarakhand, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Karnataka for the coming days. Bureau Report, India Today.
We're slipping into a very short break, but before that, we leave you with these images of Prime Minister Modi with little kids on the 3rd anniversary, in fact, of the new education policy 2020. Prime Minister Modi was seen interacting with some children. They hugged him, and the Prime Minister even helped them paint. Take a look.
कहाँ देखा था? नमस्ते मोदी जी। नमस्ते। क्या नाम? तो क्या कर रहे थे यहाँ? नमस्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते। मोदी जी को जानते हो तुम लोग?
मैंने आपकी वीडियो टीवी में देखी है।
कहाँ देखा था?
टीवी
में? क्या करता था मैं टीवी में?
मैंने आपका फोटो देखा था।
क्या देखा था टीवी में? क्या नाम तेरा? यहाँ क्या खेलते हो तुम लोग? दिखाओ मुझे क्या करते हो? दिखाओ चलो। कौन सा कलर लिया तुमने? ये कलर कौन सा है? अच्छा, तो क्या करेंगे?
मोदी जी हम भी पेंटिंग कर रहे हैं।
हाँ, अच्छा।
मोदी जी आप हमारे साथ
फोटो? अच्छा।
नमस्ते।
You are watching India Today.
In politics, everyone has an opinion, but I have the data. Whose stock is rising? Whose graph is falling? Track India's political stock exchange. Unmatched, unmissable data analytics. The only show on news TV when numbers do the talking. India's most credible poll tracker. the political stock exchange with Rahul Kanwal only on India Today.
Probably we started the rally a bit earlier than I was expecting or hoping for. But my, the point that I had in my mind is that India is perhaps already at the peak or very close to the peak of its interest rate cycle. We might stay here for a while, but probably as early as Q1 next year, we might actually, go downwards in terms of interest rates. So that could be a very positive trigger. Infrastructure development and focus on infrastructure growth is very significant, very sustained. So domestic economy is doing well. Monsoon, it's been a bit problematic. The density of rain has been very different across the country, but that is what we are seeing in the last few years consistently. So overall, I think, and most importantly, I think India is very, very well poised in the global markets, right? We are one of those rare economies which is large, which has market depth, which is doing well. So I will not be surprised if we see sustained inflow of foreign capital coming into India.
Okay. Now, Mr. Pasumalik, so far in the first half of the calendar year, we've seen sectoral rotation being played out.
Pharma seems to have got out of the downward trajectory that it was in, and it should do pretty well. The other couple of sectors which are not being talked about at all right now, which I'm looking at some value emerging in those spaces, is insurance and the AMC kind of business. So the financial side, except the banks and the NBFCs.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
You are watching India Today.
Even the doctor has told that as a human being, he feel that to be beaten up someone like this, he feel horrible.
In the emergency room, my husband and his driver was lying down. Until today, I can't stop my tears.
Meet Vunzagin Walte, BJP MLA and advisor to Manipur CM Biren Singh. A powerful position that would normally ensure safety and security. The leader, who hails from the Kuki community, was attacked on May 4th after he left the CM's office in Imphal. The mob tortured Walte and his driver, while they let off his personal security officer, Ametai. The driver lost his life. Walte was airlifted to Delhi, where he spent many weeks in the ICU of a private hospital. Today, his life is saved, but he is confined to the bed.
I'm being ill.
I have seen somewhere. On TV I sometimes come. How are you feeling? My feeling is very good. Is better? You're feeling better? Yeah. Your wife is looking after you very well or not? Yeah. So he has to do physiotherapy?
Yeah. Every day, physiotherapy.
You will get better soon, sir. You will get better. Yes, of course you will get better, sir. Of course you will get better. You want to go and meet your constituents?
Yeah.
You want to go and meet your people? Yeah, I want to meet my people. You will meet your people, sir. You will meet your people, sir. Don't worry.
I feel like crying.
Sir. Get better, sir. You will get better. Thank you. You will get better, sir. Thank you.
You'll be fine, ma'am. Okay, sir. Fine.
I'm sure.
We hope, yeah.
The lady. Sir, I'm not going to trouble you. You take care of yourself, okay? Thank you, Auntie. You take care. Thank you for seeing your face.
Beautiful, is very beautiful.
You won't have to suffer, sir. You'll be better. They're looking after you well. I will come when he's better. You please call me.
Okay, sir.
Manipur will get better. It's a beautiful land. Every Indian is with you. Every Indian. Trust me, sir. Every Indian is with you. Okay. God bless you, sir.
Hello and welcome to this India Today special. There have been many tragic stories that the violence in Manipur has thrown up. One of the more traumatic and poignant stories is that of a BJP MLA, Vungsagin Walte, three-time BJP MLA, who for the last 2 months has been battling serious injuries, skull injuries that he suffered during the violence that took place in Manipur on the 3rd and 4th of May. Finally, after more than 2 months at the Apollo Hospital in the national capital, he has been discharged, but his condition is still very critical. I am joined today by two very special guests. Joining me now are Moinu Walte, wife of Vungsagin, and his son, Joseph Walte. Thank you both very much for joining me. This can't be an easy time, ma'am, for you. Just tell me what the last 2 months have been like for you. When you first heard that your husband had been beaten up, an MLA close to the Chief Minister is beaten up in Imphal almost to death. His driver dies and the PSO escapes. What was your first thought when you heard about this?
I was shocked at that day when I heard the news. I went and rushed to RIMS Hospital emergency to see my husband and his driver when I heard the news. And I directly went with our vehicle, with our driver. And then when we enter in the emergency, I saw my husband and his driver. They were in unconscious, both of them. I can't see them till today. My tears can't stop. And his driver also died after 2 days after we went back. We went here with my husband and my son David and Joseph. And At that day, at around in the evening, my son told me the doctor advised us to carry outside. So the doctor said that you can carry your husband. Still, he is unconscious, but it can be done treatment in other state. And then we told them to bring here in Apollo Hospital. And then the driver, we asked the doctor the same thing. We want to brought a driver also. We told to the doctor, but the doctor said that, sorry ma'am, he was in critical condition. You will not be able to carry him. He is critical condition now. Then after that, I request them to the private hospital for the treatment. Then they told me, "You please, sorry, his condition is very, very critical. We cannot lift up his head also," he said. Then they beat him in his head, no? And the mob, they bring iron bar, stick, and they beat him. My husband also, they beat him, and the driver also, they beat him in his head. And after 2 days, the driver was no more.
I want to tell our viewers that the driver, Thangulal, was beaten like the MLA. Both belong to the Kuki Zomi tribe. The PSO was a Meitei. He was allowed to go. And the mob, not too far away from the Chief Minister's residence in Imphal, 3 to 4 kilometers, beats up a 3-time MLA who, as I said, has been battling for his life with skull injuries. I just want to understand, your father is an MLA. Yes. So he's an important person, and he handles tribal affairs for the Chief Minister. Yes. Did you talk to the Chief Minister and tell him, what is happening here? My husband has been virtually beaten to death. The driver has died. What was told to you by the Chief Minister or the people in government? What did they say?
When my mom was hospitalized in Apollo Hospital, I think he just called once to my mom. And my mom will better know about this.
The Chief Minister called you once?
Yeah, when we reached here, after 2 days, I was also in hospital, hospitalized. I was tension, shock, and then I was in semi-ICU. And then after that, when I was in general ward, CM called me. He said to me, "Madam, don't worry." He said to me.
Since then, has he ever called you?
No.
So for the last 2 months, no BJP leader has come to your house to call on you, to ask you how is your husband?
In the hospital, from the notice, BJP member came and visit my husband in the deluxe. And then after that, when I was in the hospital, from Manipur, Education Minister, I forgot his name.
Anybody from Delhi has... Basanta Singh.
And BJP President, Madam, both of them came and visit.
Anyone from Delhi has come?
When my dad was
Home Minister
hospitalized in Apollo, one union minister had visited us, donor minister Reddy. I think he is the first and the last who has visited my dad.
First and your last. You said he was hit by iron rods. Do we know who the attackers were? Because the FIR says unknown persons. Do we know who those people were? Have they been identified? Has anyone been arrested?
No, not yet. And
No one has been arrested?
No, not yet. And according to the information I got from our PSO, I have asked our PSO regarding the incident of that day. And the PSO have informed me that on the way back home after the meeting with the CM, they were stopped by a mob. But exactly my father was not beaten up by the mob. He was beaten up by the black wearing guy. What did they call that? Some kinds of militant Arambai Tengol.
So your father was beaten up, according to the PSO, by someone wearing black,
Yes.
which was the Arambai Tengol, which is this local militia, Metes, owing allegiance in a way to Chief Minister Biren Singh, because they were all dressed in black, right? Number of other instances have also come of Arambal Tengol being involved in such attacks. But have any names come out? Who are the actual people who did it?
No, not yet.
So we still don't know. 2 months later, those people are still probably somewhere in Imphal who attacked your husband.
We are hoping, we have requests to the central government and as well my dead colleagues out of 10 MLS, along with 9 MLS have requested the central government and to Amit Shah that my death condition should be taken up by CBI. But till today we doesn't have any news about is the case is taken up or not. We doesn't have the news about.
Did you try and speak to any of the police, the Manipur police, the DG of police in Manipur, the commissioner in Imphal? An MLA has been attacked in the heart of the city. Did you try, ma'am?
Oh, they know everything, but they didn't work.
They know everything.
Yeah, they know everything. All the commandos also, they know everything.
They know who
also,
are-
they know everything.
They know
the
who-
mob are going here and there, searching for the tribals, like animal, like lion, deer, bear. No, very fearful. Many of them are going here and there. The mob.
What kind of injuries did he suffer when you went to the hospital? Is it in the brain, skull injury? Because he seems in very bad condition, barely able to move.
My husband?
Yes.
Yeah, now he able to move.
Finally, he's
Yeah.
able to move a little.
Yeah, but this side, they did it electric shock also. No?
They did electric shocks?
Yeah, and that's why left side is.
First, the mob has held up my dad. The mob doesn't beat up my dad. They has held up my dad in one temple or I heard like that. And when the Arambai Tengol, when they arrive at the spot, they have brought my dad and first they blindfold my dad and they have brought him to one of the community hall near there. And after that, they have started giving him electric shock first. And after giving him electric shock, and when my dad was feeling unconscious, and they have started beating him up.
They gave your father, a 3-time MLA, advisor to the Chief Minister on Tribal Affairs, electric shocks.
Yes.
Was there nobody there to protect him? Nobody raised an alarm?
Only his personal security officer, only one is there.
And that
he ran away.
Yeah, the Arambai Tengol told to the PSO that if you want to live for your life, you should run away. So there is no other option for the PSO. So he ran away from the spot and he went to the police station nearby. So when he went to the police station nearby, there is no one to help him.
He went to the police station, none of the police were willing to come to the spot.
No one, yes.
Have you tried to meet the Home Minister or the Prime Minister or someone and say, this is your MLA who's been attacked in this manner? Have you tried, ma'am, to meet anybody?
When the Union Minister came to hospital, I asked him, I want to meet Prime Minister also face to face. I said to him. Then he said that, I'll give you. He said that I'll give you time. He said, but till today he did not.
One thing, we have given memorandum in my mom's name to BJP President and Prime Minister as well to the President of India. But till today we doesn't get any answer from them.
You've given these memorandums?
Yes, we have given the memorandum.
A lot of the Kuki MLAs have come, Kuki Zomi MLAs have come to Delhi also to speak to the government. They claim that they haven't got an audience as yet. Ma'am, when you see what's happening, a video has come out of what happened on the 3rd, 4th of May, women who were paraded naked in a village, and there are more and more stories coming out about violence.
The same day, no? On that also the 4th.
Do you feel as if an entire community has been targeted? Because the Meiteis claim even Meiteis have been attacked in Churachandpur. So they claim that there have been attacks on Meiteis. Kuki Zomis are claiming there have been attacks on communities. When you see that video of girls being paraded naked, what did you think? What did you feel? Anger?
Anger, it's terrible, no? It's not human egg. It's like animal's egg, no? Roaming here and there.
Is it true that you come from Churachandpur? Is it true that Meiteis have been also attacked in Churachandpur?
I don't heard that news that they have been attacked.
But they have all left their houses.
They have all left their house, but no one has attacked to their body.
From Churachandpur, all the Meiteis, they let them went back to Imphal safely. They didn't beat anyone. They didn't attack anyone. Till today, some of their Meiteis are also there in Churachandpur. They live safely with our tribes.
You lived in Imphal. You are a MLA's wife, you are an MLA's son, you lived in. Will you go back to Imphal now? Will you be able to live in Imphal? Or do you want a separate administration and live in Kuki Zomi areas of Churachandpur? Do you want to live in Imphal or you cannot live in Imphal anymore?
Like this. If we could live, we want to live.
In Imphal?
Yeah, but we feel so sorry that they have done this ethnic cleansing of our Zomi Kuki. So it's impossible for us to live with them right now. So there is no other option for us, even if we want to live with them. They have knocked out us from them. So there is no other option for us. So the only option is separate administration for us right now.
You want to live now separately in Churachandpur. You can't live in Imphal anymore, ma'am?
Yeah, in Lamka. Not in
Lamka, what you call Lamka.
Lamka is our state.
You want a separate state administration?
Yes, sir. Really, we want to have separate administration. If not, how can we live with them? Before we live happily together in Imphal, no?
You had Meitei friends?
Why not?
You had many.
From 1988, we are living there. Before, my husband was serving in State Bank of India. At that time, we are living there in Imphal. My children are also born in Dreams Hospital in Imphal. All are born there. 3 of them. I have 1 daughter, 2 sons. All are born in Imphal. We are living together with Manipuri Meiteis. We are like one family. We live together happily.
Now?
Now, what happened? They jealous us with the tribals. We are buying land and build house, but they jealous us. They looted our house. They taken all our furniture, everything, and they spoil all the glasses. Some are they fire, no? They burn. They burn the houses.
Your husband was in State Bank?
Yeah, before. About 27 years. After that, he
joined politics?
He took VRS, volunteer pension, he took, and then he joined politics for three times.
Do you regret that he joined politics? That should he have just stayed away from all of this?
Before, I did not allow him to join politics. Really,
you did not want him to join politics.
I don't like. No. But he was, his blood.
He wanted to serve people.
Yeah, he wanted to serve for the people, for our people, for the people, no? And that's why he was sacrificed.
When you hear the Chief Minister use words against the Kuki Zomi tribals, that many of them are involved in drug trade, that they are illegal. You hear people in talking in the Meiteis are saying that many of them are illegal immigrants. There is a Myanmar connection. How do you feel? I mean, these are people you said were your friends. The Meiteis are your friends. You all lived in the same land. You all shared, you must have lived together. Today, do you feel, have you given up hope or are you still ready to fight? Have you given up hope, ma'am?
Oh, many are died, no? Our people are died.
Your neighbors, you know people who have died?
Yeah, why not? Many are died.
Your driver's family, what happened?
Also
are you going to look after your driver's family?
One of my friend and his son also died. They killed him on the day of my husband's, on the 4th day, no? They are searching for safety with his son and his daughter-in-law on the road. They stopped them and they beat on the road and both of them were died.
And your driver's family in Churachandpur or Lamka? Who will protect? I mean, are you going to look after them?
Yes, we have to look after them.
You will look after them.
Yeah. They have 2 children.
They also, your driver had 2 children.
Yeah, very small.
And
one boy and one girl.
That the question that you have asked to my mom, that one, that these scars, this incident scars has gone too far right now. Even if we have imposed, right now, if there is a president rule in Manipur, so it will be the temporary solution for the time being. But the scars has gone too far. So if there is no proper solution right now, I don't think it will be healed. It won't be able to heal now. So
what is the solution? What is the solution?
Separate administration is only the
separate administration is the only solution.
Yeah, even if we don't want that separate administration, our neighboring Meiteis, they have already separated us emotionally, socially, and physically. Even if we don't want to be separated from them, they have already separated us now.
Do you have a message for the Chief Minister who was close to your father, who your father knew well? What is your message to Biren Singh?
There is no message.
There is no message.
There is no message. And his friends, his colleague, all the other cabinet minister, MLS, no message from them.
What?
Do you have a message for them? Do you want to say something? If you met the Chief Minister today, what would you tell him? What would you tell Biren Singh?
I want to tell him down, down, down. Everything.
You have no faith left in him.
Yeah.
What I hope is that from our Chief Minister that his colleagues and his advisor has been suffering till now. So till now that even till today it's been more than 2 months that my dad has been suffering. So till now we doesn't get any statement from him or any kinds of condemnation letter from him that his BJP MLA or his colleagues has been suffering. Till now we doesn't get any statement or any kinds of condemnation from him. So we feel like he doesn't care at all. And it seems like that sometimes I feel like that even from the center side also, like even there is in charge of Manipur from the BJP side. Even till today there is no inquiry from them. So it seems like sometimes like it's like a use and throw policy from them. Whenever a person is in a good health or anything, they use it, and when he doesn't have any strength or anything, it's like a throw policy.
Use and throw. They used your father, and now when he's been beaten up and reduced to this condition, nobody is there for him. What is your message in conclusion, ma'am, to the people of India? Most of them, don't know what happened on the 3rd and 4th of May. Now they've come to know after that video. It required a video of 2 women who were stripped and put on the street for suddenly Parliament, everyone to wake up. to what happened in Manipur. The Prime Minister also finally broke his silence. He hadn't spoken about it for 77 days. What is your message to the people of India? What would you like to tell the people of India?
We would like to request that for the people of India to pray for Manipur. There should be a better solution in the coming up soon, and I hope that even the PM should also intervene more on this instead of going to more on the foreign and all. Even it's like a husband has been divorced with his wife. Right now we with Meiteis, so there is no other option like to be in marriage again with them. So we want their help in better to fight for our rights to the people of India. We want their help, and we request to the people of India to help us in every possible ways, because we, the cookie zombies, never lies. We are going on our fact. So if suppose sometimes when I think if this incident has been happening to the Meiteis MLA, what will be the drama and the consequence? What will be the drama and consequence of this wife and son's drama they will play in the media? But we doesn't like to play the drama at all. We want that the facts should come out from us, and we want that the facts should come out, and we want all the people of India to know about the fact of Manipur.
I want you to know that Joseph studied in Delhi University. You have Meitei friends also.
Yes.
You had Meitei friends when you were here. I also want to tell our viewers, we are in a small rented flat where they are hoping that they can get a speedy recovery and hoping that Wungsagin gets better sooner rather than later. You're hoping for the day. What happens when he's fully well? Where are you going to take him? Are you going to go on a holiday? What will you do?
I asked him, no, when you recover, where shall we go? I
You
asked
going to
my
go?
husband. No.
Where will you go when he recovers?
My husband, when you recover, where shall we go? I said, we'll go to our Kendra, Talon constituency.
You'll go back to the constituency.
And we'll go back to Lamka in our land, he said to me. He answered me like, I want to visit my Kendra soon, he said to me.
He wants to go back to his constituency.
Yeah.
So Wungsagin wants to go back to his constituency. He wants to be with his people.
I want to visit my people in my Kendra, my constituency, he said to me. Yes, when you recover, I will go back to our land.
I've seen a smile on your face. After 20 minutes, I'm seeing the first smile on your face when you said that you will take your husband back to his constituency.
Yeah. I'm eagerly waiting for my husband's recovery. Before he never ill, no, he never slept in the bed when he was in State Bank of India. He never take one day or so he never take leave. No
holiday.
Yeah, no holiday. He never take a leave.
Now
Now only he was in a bed lying. I can't see him. That's why. Very painful. During his in the State Bank of India, about 27 years. He never take leave a day or so. He was working very hard from morning till morning. He went to the office 6 and then came back in the morning 2, 3. And at the time also he was very active in the State Bank of India. He got Chairman's Club, the first First, he got first position in State Bank of India, all India. Then both of us went to Bombay 2 times for taking award. And then after that, the Chairman's Club gave us free tour Malaysia and Singapore with my 2 sons and my daughter. 5 of us went to Malaysia and Singapore for free tour. My husband worked very hard in everything till today. When he joined in this politics also, he never sit at home freely. He went in the office from morning till night. He worked hard very much.
Ma'am, I hope that those happy days return. I hope one day that your husband is well enough to take you maybe one day on another holiday, a family holiday.
We hope.
And I hope that the violence in Manipur ends sooner rather than later, and that hopefully Kuki Zomis and Meiteis can hopefully live together, because I'm sure that's what God would want, that at the end of the day we are all Indians, and I just hope that we can live peacefully as Indians. Ma'am, I want you to know that you're not alone. There are millions of people who will share what you said today, and I hope that one day peace returns, ma'am. And the smile comes back. You have a lovely smile, ma'am. You must smile more often. Joseph, ma'am, thank you very much. That's a special interview that we had here today. It's an interview which the Vaite family agreed to give us in a way to share the story, not just of theirs, but of many others in Manipur who have suffered enormously in the last few months. Today, think about them and allow their story to awaken your conscience. Thanks for watching.
You are watching India Today.
Champaran Mutton, directed by student of Film and Television Institute of India, Ranjan Kumar, is in the race for the Student Academy Awards. The film has made it to the semi-finals. Palak, an actor from Bihar, plays the lead role in the movie.
स्टूडेंट फिल्म है और इसकी जो डायरेक्शन जिन्होंने किया है उनका नाम है रंजन कुमार, और ये हमारी फिल्म है। हम लोग बहुत अपने आप को खुशनसीब समझते हैं कि ये ऑस्कर्स में नॉमिनेशन में गई और अब वो सेमीफिनाले में आ गई है।
Champaran Mutton is the only film from India to have reached the semi-finals. This short film is a story of the people of Bihar and their honesty towards relationship.
इसमें दिखाया गया है कि कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल जॉब्स वगैरह जो होती हैं उसमें लोगों की आर्थिक हालत बहुत सही होती है, लेकिन लॉकडाउन के बाद बहुत लोगों की कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल जॉब चली गई थी। तो उसके बाद एक मिडिल क्लास फैमिली अपना जो डे टू डे लाइफ की नीड्स होती हैं कैसे उसको स्ट्रगल करता है, उसी बीच एक उसकी वाइफ से उसको इतना प्यार है कि उसकी छोटी छोटी ज़रूरतों को पूरा करने के लिए कैसे स्ट्रगल करता है, इसी की समझने की पूरी कहानी है।
Palak's film will compete with 16 other movies from across the world in the Oscars. Bureau Report, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
You are watching India Today.
Manipur remains on the edge. Amid efforts to restore peace, India MPs visit violence-hit state.
लोग कैंप में हैं, इससे साफ साफ जाहिर है कि उनका विश्वास सरकार पे नहीं है। अगर सरकार का कहना यह है कि शांति आ गई है, तो कैंप क्यों खुले हैं?
BJP attacks, calls visits selective.
क्या कांग्रेस और विपक्षी दलों के लोग पश्चिम बंगाल आएंगे? क्या अपने राज्यों में इस गठबंधन के बाकी 19 सदस्यों को लाएंगे?
A visit to heal wounds. Or score political brownie points. Our top focus at 7 p.m.
That indeed will be our top focus tonight as we put the spotlight back on Manipur, which remains tense. Good evening and a warm welcome to India Today. I'm Paulami Saha. These are the headlines we're tracking at the top of the hour. Prime Minister Modi ups the ante against opposition leaders, says hate shops of such parties will get shut down soon.
शाकी राजनीति करके अपनी नफरत की दुकान चलाने वालों का भी शटर डाउन हो जाएगा।
Stage set for 2024 polls. Mega Shah versus Stalin war in Tamil Nadu after Home Minister called DMK a corrupt party. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister heads back, says probe corrupt BJP netas first. Big Team BJP recheck ahead of 2024 polls. Bandi Sanjay appointed National General Secretary. Anil K. Antony made National Secretary. Ex-AMU Vice Chancellor Tariq Mansoor appointed Party Vice President. Row over Udupi video escalates after anticipatory bail. BJP ups the ante, seeks arrest of 3 students. Accuses Siddaramaiah government of appeasement politics. Investigating officer replaced after uproar. Twenty-one opposition MPs are in Manipur for a first-hand account of the ground situation in the northeastern state. They are expected to file a report of their visit and raise the issue in Parliament. Meanwhile, Meitei community women carried out a mega march in Imphal against what they alleged was kooky narco-terrorism. Here's a report.
A 21-member opposition delegation reached Manipur on Saturday to assess the ground situation in the northeastern state. On day of their visit, India MPs visited several relief camps and interacted with the locals.
हमारे जो टीम आए हैं सारे 2 हिस्से में बांट के हम लोग दोनों और जाएंगे और उसके बाद वापस आने के बाद फिर बाय रोड भी 2-4 रिलीफ कैंप पे हमें जाना है। हम सब आपस में चर्चा करके जितने हम लोग डेलीगेट्स आए हैं सब मिलकर हम तय करेंगे कि कौन सा मांग यहाँ रखा जाए, उसी के तहत हम अपना मांग रखेंगे।
The MPs are expected to prepare a report of the visit and seek a discussion based on it in the parliament.
मैं तो यूपी चुनाव में जब सह प्रभारी था तो प्रियंका जी बड़ी-बड़ी बातें करती।
The government was quick to slam the opposition, calling their visit an eyewash.
पश्चिम बंगाल की महिलाओं के साथ जो आपराधिक घटनाएं हुई, उनकी जो हत्याएं हुई, चुनावों में जिन लोगों को मारा गया, क्या कांग्रेस और विपक्षी दलों के लोग पश्चिम बंगाल आएंगे? क्या अपने राज्यों में इस गठबंधन के बाकी 19 सदस्यों को लाएंगे?
Meanwhile, women from the Mai Tai community held a mega peace march in Imphal demanding action against Kuki community's alleged narco-terrorism.
Massive protest by the Meitei community women in the capital Imphal. You see the women from the different Meitei groups are carrying out a peace march, and peace march demanding not only peace, but there are several other, including no rights for terrorists, carrying the banner, posters, abrogate SOE, suspended of operations subrogation, and besides, no political rights for the immigrants. There have been accusations by the Meitei side that several Kuki organizations and their people have entered from Myanmar illegally. Why fight for illegal immigrants?
The Meiteis has been equally suffering, and we have been the big victims as well. If the reports on May 4th has been highlighted, the reports on May 3rd should have been highlighted. The key demand is number one, Manipur's integrity cannot be broken. Manipur has to remain intact.
Manipur governor visited relief centers and interacts with people in Churachandpur. She consoled the victims and appealed for peace.
जिन लोगों के आवास, जो भी कुछ उनकी प्रॉपर्टी लॉस हुई है, उन तमाम सारी चीजों के लिए आपको कंपनसेशन भी दिया जाएगा. आगे फ्यूचर में आपको घर और जिन फैमिली के मेंबरों के साथ ट्रेजेडी हुई है, उन लोगों को भी कंपनसेशन दिया जाएगा.
The CBI on Friday officially took over the Manipur gang rape case, registering a fresh FIR on the instructions of the Ministry of Home Affairs. CBI, which has made multiple arrests so far, will now interrogate the accused, record victims' statements, and also visit the crime scene. The violence between Kuki and Mai Tai communities has claimed over 150 lives and injured over 500. With Ashutosh Mishra in Imphal, Bureau Report, India Today.
My colleague Ashutosh Mishra, in fact, is joining us this evening live from Imphal. Ashutosh, we saw you reporting from that march where Meiteis, in fact, marched against alleged Kuki narco-terrorism in Imphal. It appears now, Ashutosh, at least, that the task to bridge the divide between the two communities is definitely going to be an uphill one.
Indeed, that remains a major and uphill task to bring both communities together, while efforts by Ministry of Home Affairs being done. The top leadership of both Kuki and Meitei are being, attempts being done to bring them on a negotiation table to carry out the talks. Back channel talks are already happening. But as far as people are concerned, clearly the differences are so deep that, Meitei community opposing any separate administration for the Kukis, whereas the Kukis are demanding separate administration. Subsequently, the Meitei is accusing narco-terrorism and illegal immigration infiltration from Myanmar to the territories of Manipur. In fact, the state government has been blaming the change in the demography attempt being made by certain elements from the Kuki organization. So clearly, when you have such kind of differences and the kind of ethnic clashes they have seen in last 3 months, and moreover, the wounds are so deep that even there have been cases of the sexual assault against the women. In that cases, bringing them together in the harmony, in the peace, that remains a challenging job. Of course, they have been living together for decades, but all of a sudden, the last 3 months, this has totally changed the landscape of Manipur, where we have seen the Meitei living in Kuki areas are totally evacuated, gone to the relief camps. Kukis living in the Meitei areas are now in relief shelters. So in that case, of course, the efforts are required to maintain peace both sides.
Absolutely. Those efforts are going to have to be manifold because peace to be restored in, of course, the hill state has to be the priority, especially given the deep divide between the two communities right now, as Ashutosh was pointing out. Ashutosh, thank you for joining us. Joining us this evening also, Mahima Singh, spokesperson of the Congress Party, Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Good evening to both of you for sparing your time. Mahima, I'll come across to you first right now. What is the purpose that this visit of the 21-member delegation that has reached Manipur expected to achieve?
Jai Hind, you are aware the state of affairs in Manipur. I think we have taken an initiative, the India parties have taken an initiative which has been long due at the PM's end, at the BJP government's end, which has not only abandoned its own people in Manipur, but has also abandoned its MLAs. You look at the state of affairs there. I mean, MLA after MLA making statements against their own government. One MLA tells us that it is the BJP government fanning flames and fury in Manipur. Another MLA is paralyzed and injured and admitted to a hospital in Delhi. There was a primetime interview, in fact, on your channel only that we saw. Another MLA, another delegation of 9 MLAs came to Delhi calling upon the PM. But the PM could not find time to meet that delegation. And rather, I mean, he has been going on state hopping, country hopping. We see him giving speeches here and there. Even today, he is attending a Shiksha Samagam somewhere. I think this is the opportunity for the BJP to do what it has, I think, it has kept long pending, taking all the stakeholders of democracy on the table. This delegation that has gone to Manipur today, Manipur is in a state of quagmire today where the complexes are deep, Palumi. And I think this is the opportunity for the government to bring this delegation after they come back on the table, gather fresh facts from them, from that state. They'll be meeting the governor also. The governor has already cried out on national television and told us that this is unprecedented violence that she is seeing there and that she has already handed over the facts to the center. Then we don't know why. What is keeping the Prime Minister and the Home Minister on taking relevant steps? Why isn't the Prime Minister
let Charu respond.
A visit to Manipur?
Charu, respond to that.
To him to undertake a
the
visit?
Delegation which is visiting Manipur is basically doing your job. You should be out there, in fact, applying balm on the wounds of the people, which are, as far as the society is concerned, deeply divided today.
Yes, and Palumi, it's unfortunate that the opposition wants to make it sound like the government did not take the relevant steps, and somehow they have been working very hard to set a narrative which will alienate the people of Manipur in the times to come. I find that to be very, very irresponsible. And let me first quickly take a minute to remind everyone of the steps that the government has taken till now and what they plan to do in the immediate future. And then I will come back to the other contentions that my fellow spokesperson was making. See, when they say that Manipur has been left by itself for 3 months, we have had our MOS home, Nityanandji, stationed there for over a month. Stationed there. He was not just making sure that things are running smoothly over a phone, etc. He was stationed in Manipur. There have been deployment of additional forces, so much so that everything has been done within May itself. So whether it is CAPF or it is the army, multiple columns running into hundreds of them have been deployed. After that, a special advisor has been appointed. Our Honorable Home Minister of the country, he has spent time in Manipur on ground. He has held more than 15 meetings with people and leaders from both the communities. So all this has been continuing. It has been happening and you have been reporting it. Very steadily you have been reporting it. And these issues of trust deficit, we have to work hard to remove that, because this is some kind of a psychological wedge which has been driven between these two tribes. And I'm sorry, when we talk about the situation of Manipur, we cannot forget the fact that for 42 long years, insurgency has been allowed to run rampant in that region till the government changed, and we did our best to bring those kind of incidents down, whether it was civilian deaths. So in the last 5 years, if you look at insurgency, it's down by nearly 80%. That's a massive change. See, if somebody is suffering from a disease, suffering from cancer, you cannot pop one pill and say, why hasn't Prime Minister Modi done everything already? Now, coming down to the issue of holding accountable the government. That's the job of the opposition. Yes, you have to hold the government accountable. But are you holding the government accountable, or do you think that by your tactics of holding one individual at ransom, you are taking care of your duties of accountability? Because that's what it looks like for any bystander and observer. The government wants to have a discussion in Parliament. You've made sure you've disrupted Parliament, caused us massive losses. It costs us 2.5 lakh rupees to run the Parliament for 1 minute. How many days of the Parliament have been wasted by this opposition, which pretends it wants a discussion, but when the Home Minister says let's discuss it, they say sorry, we're not going to allow the Parliament to run. Now I don't understand what their problem is. If they want the Honourable Prime Minister to also be answerable directly, why do you not raise this point on the floor of the House? Why do you not raise this question in Parliament itself? Let the people of India hear this, and let us please not waste the resources and the time of every single person.
That's a fair question. That's a fair point that you're raising, Charu, over there. Mahima, you'll have to respond to that. You want a discussion on Manipur. The government has been willing to discuss Manipur, but you seem to have shifted the goalpost and you insist on the Prime Minister's statement on the floor of the House. Charu, I'll come back to you. Mahima, just respond to that. You want a discussion on Manipur. The people of Manipur are looking to Parliament to in fact be taken seriously and their grievances to be discussed. The people of the Northeast are looking, the people of the country, horrified looking at that May 4th video, are looking to Parliament to actually sensitively discuss this immediately. Why stall Parliament over one issue? We want only the Prime Minister to respond. Even Amit Shah's response won't do.
I will come to a very relevant question, but before that, I have a rebuttal to give to the BJP spokesperson who talked about the Home Minister who was stationed in Manipur weeks after the reports of violence started coming out, too late, too less in the day. And unfortunately, his efforts seem to be infructuous, owing to the results that we see coming out today, owing to the statement made by the CM just a week ago when he said there have been hundreds of such incidences. That is why we have shut down the internet, and that governor's interview, which I just pointed out to earlier. This is petty politics that the BJP government is playing here. We are putting humanity first. They are busy in stooping, to newer lows every day. Now, you asked me a very relevant question. Why the Prime Minister? Yes. Very pertinent, and let me answer that. Allow me a minute to answer that. See, they go on claiming on the legendary works that have been done by our Prime Minister. So we have a hero of a Prime Minister, we have a legend of a Prime Minister, so much so that he will do all the inaugurations, be it the launch of a new train, be it the Shiksha Samagam, which is happening today while the delegation is visiting Manipur. In a democracy, a Prime Minister would have spoken briefly to the delegation and, would have shared his concerns, but that's not happened. So much so that he will do all the inaugurations, keeping all the cabinet ministers aside, all the chief ministers aside. It is the Prime Minister who will do everything to the extent.
Is this the issue, Mahima, to play politics? I mean, this is okay. You want to, of course, take on the Prime Minister. You want to take on Narendra Modi. You can't do that in Lok Sabha 2024. But this is the issue. The issue at hand is Manipur. Let's discuss it. Why not? Let's discuss it. We'll see who responds.
Allow me. See, we have a legendary, history of the Prime Minister in the past 9 years. So let me just say we have a legend of a Prime Minister. Why can he not intervene on this? I mean, when the cabinet ministers do not come in for their own jobs, their own inaugurations, then why should the PM, who is hero for everything else, should not be the hero for this as well?
Is this some sort of an ego issue? Is this some sort of an ego issue, Charu? Why can't the Prime Minister just respond? Is this not a serious or a grave enough issue for the Prime Minister to take to the floor of the House and assure everyone that the government is doing its best and the divide, which is deep, will take time to heal, but it will heal?
Right, and Pauline, I would like to again draw your attention to the difference between holding a government accountable and harping on about one person. I am sorry, you're not holding the government responsible. You're just showing how you want to just create mayhem because it suits your political narrative. You think going to Manipur has anything to do with resolving the conflict? For the members of this INDIA, it is political tourism. Did they care about Manipur when the Congress party lost the election recently in Manipur? Their national president Kharge ji, in a India Today conclave at that, declared that it doesn't matter to us, we've lost Manipur. It's a small state. That is how you brushed off the state of Manipur. You are the one who's quoting MLAs giving statements. Well, madam, in your party, a sitting minister gave a statement showing you the mirror about the dismal state of women in the state of Rajasthan. Instead of listening to what he had to say, you sacked him. He was no longer a minister 5 hours later.
Is this political tourism? Is this political tourism, Mahima?
Let's not get into
Follow
that.
me.
Let's focus on resolving
Follow me.
the
This is the exact. Allow me to respond, please. Shall I respond?
Okay.
Shall I respond?
Yes,
Follow
yes.
me?
Mahima, go on. Is
Yeah.
this political tourism?
I was waiting for their toolkit to come out because we have heard that term over and over again today. Political tourism is when the Prime Minister spends 250 crores in 5 years and does not come back and hold a single press conference to tell the country about the business he's been conducting on those visits, because everything as per them falls under national security and integrity, but violence in Manipur does not fall under national security for them. They will issue a probe against the fact what made the video go viral. They will take action on Twitter, but they will not issue a probe against the 100 of incidents that the CM of Manipur is citing. So such is the petty politics that the BJP is playing today. Are we asking too much of the Prime Minister, who's also the head of the House, to come and address the House to make a statement that we can discuss on? And what you were asking earlier, Polomi, we are asking for a discussion under 267. They say we don't let the parliament function. If we are not letting the parliament function, then how is Smriti Irani, who is mum on women issues otherwise, able to give a farce of a performance on the floor of the House? Then, I mean, their statement falls flat on its face, because we see those performances there, but they say we are not letting the parliament function for all the relevant business. So the BJP's action is out for everybody to see. The country has understood, and the BJP should wait for the 2024 elections for them to see what the country has to give to them.
But what does this achieve again is the question, because at the end of the day, of course, anyone can go to Manipur, anyone can visit Manipur, can speak to the people over there, try to heal their wounds. But the fact of the matter is, this is a very sensitive situation. You don't believe that the government is making efforts. The government claims that it has been continuously speaking to community leaders, representatives of both the Kuki and the Meitei tribes, trying to understand from them what can be done in order to, of course, bridge the gap.
Are you asking me that?
Yes, Mahima.
Yeah, Polomi, see, the government, we have said they have so much to say. They have achieved so much as per their own records. We are saying, yes, have a detailed discussion under 267. You will have ample time.
But you're stuck on a rule. You're stuck on a particular rule. They're saying we'll discuss it. There will be a discussion. You're stuck on a particular rule. You want the Prime Minister to respond. Isn't the discussion more important?
Bridging the gap will happen when all the players of democracy, all the stakeholders of democracy, which is the opposition and the government together, come on a table and talk it out. The government will have to take, a status report from those who have governed the state earlier. They keep on, beating around the bush saying Manipur is a sensitive state all the time. We know that Northeast is a sensitive zone, which is why when Prime Minister went there during the elections and was gaslighting there, saying that Congress was in center, Congress was in state. Yes, yet they failed the state of Manipur. Today, that is exactly why he can't visit there. Today, he can't speak
let
about
BJP
Manipur
respond. I don't have much time, but you've had your opportunity, Mahima. Let Charu come in right now. Have you failed Manipur, Charu?
See, Polomi, the situation in Manipur, as Mahima understands, it's sensitive, and I'll tell you why it is sensitive. For the longest time, no efforts have been made by the union governments to make sure peace comes to the region. So whether it is the area of the Nagas or the state of Manipur, the insurgency there has been allowed to continue. People have turned a blind eye from the UPA government towards the entire region because it suited them. Money was sent to the northeast, but we saw no development. So much so that even getting from one city to the other was nearly an impossible task because roads didn't exist. And this has been the doing of the Congress, and fair and square, This is the result of everything that they have done. We are, of course, working to fix it, and that's exactly why the people of Manipur have voted us into power. And like I said, Prime Minister Modi might be fantastic, as Mahima also keeps saying again and again, but even he does not possess a magic wand which can do away with the ill treatment of people of an entire region with one wave. I am sorry, this is not magic. You have to work on policy, you have to work on you have to work on ground, and that is how results are seen long term. You're not sticking a band-aid on top of a problem which requires a surgery.
Absolutely, no band-aid is going to help the situation. If we look at the reports that are coming in from Manipur at the moment, we saw that march, of course, that my colleague Ashutosh reported from as well. Meitei community there protesting against what they alleged was Kuki narco-terrorism. If that is the sense of divide which has in fact now engulfed Manipur society, this is going to be a long drawn process in trying and heal the wounds of the people, and then of course restore peace and move forward again in order to bring Manipur back in terms of being an intact society, which is what all of the people want. Thank you to both of you, Mahima and Charu. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have on this discussion. We just hope, the situation in Manipur gets better. The people there feel that, they can go back to being as normal as they were before May 3rd. Thank you so much for watching.
You are watching India Today.
Several villages in Turbang areas were burned in the ethnic clashes, the violence and all. I see only the footprints, everything that burned to these ashes. They blame for everything that is happening here to the Kuki government.
We are only defending ourselves.
There is a literally line of this area towards the Kuki side where you have a huge number of bunkers. No one could ever imagine that in a state, in the same country, in the same district, we will ever see such situation which has become a battlefield. And I could say this is a war zone in Manipur.
Grounded in journalism, on the ground reporting, only on India Today TV.
Protest over a case under investigation and up for trial. 3 female students charged in connection with the alleged filming of a woman fellow at a private paramedical college in Udupi get anticipatory bail after the accused persons surrendered in a local court. With the woman student allegedly filmed and those female students accused of filming her in the washroom belonged to different communities. The opposition BJP has levelled allegations of bias in the police's handling of the case.
We want justice! We want justice! आप सबको मालूम है उडुपी में ऐसा घटना नहीं होना मांगता था अभी घटना हुआ so we are demanding for impartial inquiry so actually I heard that there is a lot of pressure on police people इसलिए पूरा सीधा साधा इंक्वायरी होना मांगता है इवन आगे इन फ्यूचर also ऐसा घटना नहीं होना मांगता है
The alleged incident happened on July 18. An FIR naming the 3 women students and the college management as accused filed on July 25 under various sections of the IPC and the Information Technology Act. Police have ruled out communal motives.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಇಲಾಖೆಗೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸಹ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಜಾಲತಾಣದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳನ್ನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
But the BJP still accuses the state Congress government and thereby prosecution of communal prejudice. The National Commission for Women, Khushbu Sundar, has also called for restraint. Don't jump the fence and wait for the investigation to complete, is what she said when rumors floated about the college washroom fitted with hidden cameras.
If there are rumors of hidden cameras in the toilets, please understand there's nil. Nothing to it. Zilch. There's a rumor which is going around, and there are false videos which have been going around that there are hidden cameras. It's an institution and there cannot be any hidden cameras. So please do not follow these kind of stories.
A sensitive case involving women getting caught in political rhetoric in Karnataka. Bureau Report, India Today.
Hello and welcome to Tech Today from the heart of Seoul at Galaxy Unpacked, one of the biggest tech events of the year. And of course, Tech Today is here to bring you all the details. What kind of devices will be launched? How will Samsung build on that competing ecosystem?